my lines vividly. But I'll tell you something about remembering lines. I was shooting episode 6 a couple of weeks ago, and they asked me to come into the sound trailer to redo some dialogue from episode 2. The scene where it's casting the spell with a big bowl, and right before Meg rips my heart out momentarily. And they said, we need to, there was some sound problem when we shot that, we need to redo the sound on it. So I went to the sound trailer and they said, you remember what you said there, don't you? And I said, no. It was in Aramaic. I didn't remember it when I went home that night. And they said, well, you can fake it, fake Aramaic. And I finally convinced them that no, 6 weeks earlier, a bunch of words I had said in Aramaic, I wasn't likely to remember. And so they ran around for half an hour digging through the office files until they finally found a copy of the script. And I got to dub in the Aramaic lines, and they had written some new ones for me. And I'd like to see how that scene came out, because it was weird dubbing it. But, that was just 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember the Aramaic. So, anyway, there's a storm coming, and you boys are smacking it.
We'll give you a little flavor of the Ghostfacers. It feels like the acoustic version because we're on these high chairs. It's like we have a guitar. I will stand for this. Ready? Ghostfacers! We're the ghosts with the yellow where we thought the cameras were rolling.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was one time where we were working on Hellhounds, and we had this scene where you know, we're supposed to be like creeping up on the Hell house.
Yeah.
And you know, we had like night vision goggles on and stuff.
That don't work. They're actually.
Yeah, you literally can't see anything out of these night vision goggles that they gave us. So it's like,
yeah. So and then on top of it, it was really muddy and it was raining because that's Vancouver, and we think we hear action. So we're like
start creeping.
So we're like. And like we crawl into like the middle of the set, and like I'm like, where? Like I haven't heard any.
Yeah, like is there a car that's supposed to come? Like something weird's going on.
And like I kind of lift up the knife goggles, and I look, and the entire crew is standing. The
camera guy is like.
And we're like, yeah, we're method, and we're they were looking at us like, what's wrong with this guy? Like crawling through the mud, just.
Guys are eating sandwiches.
Literally in the middle of the thing, they're like, what are you guys doing? We're Ghostfacers.
All the improv and stuff that's going on. Since Jared and Jensen are such great pranksters, have they tried anything with you?
Did they get us? They did, I think.
They get each other a lot, you know, and I think they kind of.
I think it was just more like the stuff while we were filming, like doing things to distract.
Oh yeah, while we were filming is when they started getting.
That was just like just anything to just make you laugh, or you know, Jared would throw me over his shoulder and scare the hell out of me.
There was one scene where I think it was Jensen who had the gun and he kept poking you with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had like we were all like, it was like this like kind of scary scene.
It's where you know the scene where like the train, the guy gets hit by the train in the house and he just tries to wake him out of his circle. So we're all in the group, right? And he says the shotgun. And he's literally like, every time I'm supposed to say something, just before I say something, he's got my shotgun. He's like, I'm like, ah! I was like, and the director's like, what, like that? I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
A shotgun that he's got.
And the director's like, why do you keep going? Ah! Jason's like, yeah, why you keep going on? What are they like?
And you want to be like, well, the star of your show is poking me in the butt with his shotgun.
As far as like the description of Ed and Harry, which we'd be kind of saying is, my character would be like the Captain Kirk, and then but then he was but then he's completely lost without
Mr. Spock.
So it's like,
all the time, but it happens to be true. Jared and Jensen are two really, really friendly, fun guys. Jeffrey D. Morgan is a wonderful actor, and as you know, and he's a really sweet guy, and he's getting all the success he deserves too. And he's got those dreamy eyes. I had to, we had to come up with a lot of technical solutions to the fact that I was blind. Sometimes I actually I was holding someone's hand while I walked around the campfire. And then they always put me in the most ridiculous situations. I mean, we're in a mud hole and there's rocks. And this next scene where we have to walk down this gravelly road, and you have to stop here, walk around them here. Being blind and doing a scene would be okay if you're sitting down. Walking through the woods is a different story, with fire. So I had to go from light source to light source. I asked them to put a little beacon on top of the mat box of the camera, right over the lens of the camera, because I have to know where that is, so I didn't hide myself behind Jared. Which, it's a pretty easy thing to do. It's rather large. And, in a good way. Sick. I forgot the question.
He walked over to me and said, because we had to do the scene, I said, no, turn around. And he goes, yes ma'am, and he turned around. And the director said, you can come back anytime you want. So, I don't know. It's not difficult because, they are really great guys. And they do a lot of the work, for me. I just have to be able to sell it, and it takes concentration between, whichever one I'm working at the time, between the both of us. For me, when I throw a punch, I have to make sure that I'm throwing it short, and he's got to make sure that he accepts it as if I hit him. So it's kind of a very give and take, kind of like a dance, and it's choreographed out before we start. But I still could beat him up, it doesn't matter.